Welcome back to the MFL Today, episode 53, I believe. And we're almost halfway through the season, guys. We have week 3 that we just had. That was a good week. I think the one game we did not play was Newman and JT City. Other than that, Long Beach Rams with a big win over Springfield in overtime. Riverside went into Metro City, took care of business, improves to 2-1 on the young season, something not a lot of people expected them to do. And then Summer City and the Long Beach Raiders. Summer City got back in the win column for their second straight victory. They improved to 2-1, and right now in first place in the Redstone Conference after a 21-14 win over the Long Beach Raiders. And so this week we have week number 4 coming to you guys. Now the Long Beach Raiders, he is moving, so he won't be here for the next 2 or 3 games, but we'll make his games up. First off, at 5 o'clock we have Metro City at JT City, and again, I record this after the games. I don't like to give spoilers, but you should know what's coming in that game. JT City still hasn't really found themselves. And then following that at 5:15, the game wasn't 15 minutes; it was like 20 minutes. But I'll start a game before that's over. So at 5:15, you always see Riverside visit Newman, and again, I'm not going to give spoilers, but the initial response to that game is that is a top 5 game of all time. So that will be a good game for you guys to watch. And then we cap off with Springfield at Summer City. Big game for both teams, really. Summer City a win, and they remain. Summer City a win, and they stay atop the Redstone Conference. Springfield needs a win desperately to try to get back into the playoff picture. Because in week 5, Newman comes to town, and their season could really go off the rails if they lose the next 2 games. So big game for Springfield. They need a win there. And then I think the Newman and JT City game will actually be a week 5 game. So Newman and Newman will play 2 games in week 5. JT City won because the first game that they were supposed to play was Long Beach, so that game will be pushed back to a later date. So the Long Beach Raiders and the Long Beach Rams, 2 big games that I think Long Beach will just end up playing 2 games a week until we can get those 2 games done. They might actually also miss a 3rd game at Metro City, but we'll see when we get there. So again, 2 good games this week. Metro City, JT City. You should know what's gonna happen in that one. JT City still hasn't figured it out yet, but they're getting there. JT City is definitely improving every season. But again, every game. My bad, every game. But again, Newman and Riverside, great game. Springfield and Summer City, it's also a pretty good game. Not as good, but another good game. Maybe we will see some more madness. Now Newman can't be the ones. Newman can't jump up to the number 1 spot with a win. Riverside can. So if Riverside wins, then Riverside will be the number 1 seed as it stands right now in the Power 8 Conference. And so after this week, after 4 weeks of play, I will start giving you guys the playoff picture. Now that we're halfway through, and just a brief reminder how it works when we have conferences. 3 teams from each conference go to the playoffs, so the number 1 seed gets an automatic bye to the conference championship game, and then the 2 and 3 seed teams play each other in a wild card game, and then conference championship and pre-pro. And now there may be a chance, depending on what happens in the Power 8, that we could actually see 3 playoff games in the Power 8. just because of how the tiebreakers and stuff might work out. This season I'm not going to get past. Or yeah, if we have any ties past like, anything record-wise or anything win-wise, and it has to go down to point differential or something like that, then we're just going to have another playoff game. But we shouldn't have to have it, but that is an option, especially in the Power 8. Now, if JT City comes out, JT City isn't out of it yet. JT City could always turn it on, and JT City could always have a turnaround. Now, I don't think we've ever seen a turnaround this big, but who knows? Maybe they can do it. So again, guys, that is it. We will see you guys in about 10 minutes for Metro City at JT City. See you guys then.